Are your muscles stuck? Are you tired of doing the same old sets and reps over and over again without seeing any noticeable progress? Well, my friend, it might be time to shock your muscles into action with some powerful intensity techniques. These are advanced training methods that will take your workouts to the next level and help you break through plateaus so you can achieve your goals. So get ready to push yourself harder than ever before and discover the secrets to unlocking new levels of muscle growth and strength. Stick around until the end because I'm going to reveal the best time to use these techniques for maximum results. It's going to be epic. Let's dive right in. First, we need to talk about what training intensifiers are. Simply put, they are methods you can use to ramp up the demand of a set or workout beyond what's normally accomplished with traditional straight sets. Things like 3 sets of 10 reps for each exercise with consistent rest periods in between. There are several reasons why you might want to consider incorporating intensity techniques into your routine. They can help you overcome stubborn plateaus in your progress, allow you to complete more total training volume or training density in a shorter period, increase metabolic stress, which is a key driver of muscle hypertrophy, maximize the recruitment of muscle fibers beyond what's normally possible with straight sets, and add variety to your workouts, keeping you engaged and motivated. Now, it's important to remember that these are advanced training tools and shouldn't be used haphazardly. If you're not familiar with these methods, it's crucial to understand that they can significantly increase the demands placed on your body. So it's vital to use them strategically, progressively, and cautiously to avoid overtraining and ensure proper recovery. But when used correctly, they can be highly effective for those looking to take their training to the next level. With that said, let's jump into 3 of the most powerful techniques. Technique number 1 is supersets. This involves performing 2 different exercises back-to-back with minimal or no rest in between. This technique can boost efficiency in the famous gym pump. Here are 2 common types. First, antagonist supersets. This involves pairing exercises for opposing muscle groups. For example, starting with a biceps curl supersetted with a triceps pushdown. This allows the biceps to rest while the triceps work and vice versa. This can improve performance on the second exercise due to something called reciprocal inhibition, where the muscle on one side of the body helps relax the muscle on the opposite side. So it's like getting a little extra boost on each exercise. Plus, you save considerable workout time. Now, the second type is an agonist or compound superset. This involves pairing 2 different exercises for the same muscle group. For example, squats immediately followed by leg extensions. This creates immense metabolic stress and thoroughly fatigues the quads from different angles or with different movement patterns. You can do the same thing with upper body exercises like starting with the bench press followed by dumbbell flies. Supersets are fantastic for upping workout density, saving time, and inducing a strong muscle pump. You can use them for both large and small muscle groups. Just be strategic about the exercise selection. Keep the order varied and rotate supersets into your routine every couple of weeks to keep your workouts fresh and challenging. Intensity technique. Number 2 is drop sets, specifically mechanical and weight variations. Drop sets involve pushing past muscular failure by reducing the weight or changing the exercise variation and cranking out additional reps. To recap, this involves performing a set to or very close to muscular failure, then immediately reducing the weight, or switching to an easier exercise variation, and continuing to perform more reps. This can be repeated for multiple drops within one extended set. Weight drop sets are the classic method where you simply reduce the load on the bar, machine, or dumbbells. For example, start with a heavy weight for squats, perform as many reps as possible, then drop the weight and repeat until you've completed all your target reps across all drops. Mechanical drop sets, on the other hand, involve maintaining a similar weight or body weight, but switching to an easier exercise variation that targets the same muscle group. So for example, you could perform incline dumbbell press to failure, and then switch to flat dumbbell press and continue for more reps or even push-ups to complete all your target reps across all drops. Drop sets are awesome for getting more reps and overall volume with a heavier weight load than you could with a traditional set. They're great for both compound and isolation exercises, but they're particularly well suited for isolation exercises or machine-based movements where weight changes can be made quickly and safely. And if you're wondering about the whole switching exercises thing, it's perfectly fine and actually very common. As long as you're targeting the same muscle group and getting similar or identical results, there's no problem rotating through various exercises for a given muscle. In fact, it's often encouraged for its variety and effectiveness. On to the third intensity technique, rest pause sets. This involves extending your high-effort reps for a minute or more. To do this, you perform a set with a chosen weight to near muscular failure. Then instead of resting and moving on to your next set, you rack the weight, take a very brief rest, usually only 10 to 20 seconds, just enough time for partial ATP regeneration, and then attempt to perform more reps. This short rest and rep cycle can be repeated 1 to 3 times within the larger rest pause set. So, for example, you could perform 5 reps of squats to near failure, rest for 15 seconds and try for 2 more reps. Once those are complete, rest again for 15 seconds and go for 2 more reps. Rest pause sets are amazing for achieving a greater total number of repetitions with a heavier weight load than you could in a single straight set. This increases effective training volume and time under significant tension, both of which are very effective at stimulating muscle growth. Now you can apply this technique to both compound and isolation exercises. However, it's essential to maintain good form since fatigue accumulates rapidly. Alright, now that you know the 3 powerful intensity techniques, let's discuss when, how often, and for whom these methods should be used. Remember, these techniques are advanced training methods and shouldn't be used for every exercise or every workout. Applying them to every set and exercise can quickly lead to overtraining, central nervous system fatigue, and an increased risk of injuries. Instead, use them strategically. Consider implementing them for 1 to 2 exercises per muscle group, and often towards the end of your workout for that specific muscle. Also, cycling their use can be very beneficial. Try using them for a specific training block, like 3 to 4 weeks, then cycle back to more traditional straight sets for a few weeks afterwards. This allows for supercompensation to occur and manages accumulated fatigue. Finally, pay close attention to your body. If overall fatigue or joint pain is high, back off on intensity techniques and focus on recovery. Now let me address who can benefit from these techniques. Generally, they're more suited for intermediate to advanced lifters. Beginners should focus on mastering basic movements and consistent progressive overload with straight sets first. Intermediate and advanced individuals with a solid foundation of strength, excellent exercise technique, and a good understanding of their recovery capabilities can reap the benefits of these methods. And again, I'll say it one last time, these intensity techniques are like tactical weapons in your training arsenal. They can be incredibly powerful when applied intelligently, but they can also cause damage if misused. Remember to respect your body's limits and don't overuse these techniques. Focus on solid training fundamentals first, and use intensifiers strategically to break through barriers and shock your muscles into new growth. I'll leave you with one final thought. Sometimes the simplest approach is the most effective. So don't overlook the power of traditional straight sets. They remain a staple for a reason and can yield fantastic results when done right. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more great evidence-based training, nutrition, and lifestyle tips. See you next time.